You clicking on this video, that's what's up. Hi, my name is Travis, and welcome back to my series of Call of Duty Zombies map reviews. Today we're diving straight into the deep end, or better phrased, high end, and taking a look at the highly controversial Die Rise. Now, I know this map tends to be at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to most people's rankings of zombies maps, and if I'm being honest, I can see why. There's not many redeeming qualities. But that's not what this series is about. What I'm trying to do is find the best quality in every zombies map and bring it to the forefront. When it comes to zombies, everyone has their own opinion on each map. But that being said, each map, I think personally, has something great about it. Even maps like Die Rise that are generally hated. Even if it's something small or something you don't really think about being a good quality. Something that in today's world of zombies could be the norm is also something that could have once been considered unique, special, or desirable. And I think there's no better example of that than Die Rise. So today I'm going to explain why Die Rise is the perfect map for enjoying the little things. Now, when you saw the title of this section, I know you lost a little hope in me. But hold on, let me explain. Die Rise's map design isn't great. 90% of it is bad. The verticality and how easy it is to fall off the map, the slow ass elevators and how they leave too quickly, along with a lot of other things, are all bad parts of the design and is not what I'm talking about whatsoever. Even though most of the design isn't good, there are two specific things that are good that I want to talk about. First off, there are a lot of areas in the map that actually vibe well with me and just playing in general. I found a couple sections like this one by the Chinese food court that's amazing for training. There's a few more zombie spawns than desired, but there's plenty of space to get around a big horde if need be. Also, there's this big dragon painting that brings a vibe and kind of a calmingness to the area, but we'll get more into that later. There's a lot of areas like this in the map that are easily missed because you're constantly just falling or dealing with a lot of other bullshit of the map. Another area of the map that I really enjoy is, I think most people agree, the best part of the map, and that's the roof. It's the only part of the map that has bright colors, besides the perk machines, which I will add look amazing when their lights are coming from the elevators. Before I forget to mention that. But I digress. The roof is the best looking area of the map. It's the most open and you don't need to leave once you're set up. Bringing me to the second thing in the map design that is fantastic, it does have to do with being on the roof, so it is a great segue. The skybox. It has a real vibe. Too bad the rest of the map doesn't really feel that way. I love how the moon and stars are out, which always look great, especially in the remastered custom map. Seeing the skyscrapers in the background gives a good sense of where you are and the state of the world around you. How they're all beaten up and about to collapse, it makes you understand just how fucked the world is after it was nuked by those rockets. For the people who hate Die Rise, I want you to really think hard for the question I'm about to ask you. Can you name one good thing about the map? What is the first thing that comes to mind? I bet you all said the Sliquifier, huh? I think most everyone can agree that the Sliquifier is the single best thing in Die Rise. When it comes to zombies, the Wonder Weapon for a lot of people is their favorite thing about each map. And for a map like Die Rise, where there's not a whole lot going on for it, it is a nice breath of fresh air when it has a solid Wonder Weapon like the Sliquifier, which I have heard was even better before it was patched. I didn't really play the map at the time, so I wouldn't know how good it actually was. It sucks, because even though I'm trying to focus on good things, I can't let it slide. See what I did there? That there are still downsides to the best part of the map. And slide you will. The big selling point of the Sliquifier is that it makes zombies slip and slide everywhere so that they don't get to you and fall off the map and die. But the big downside is that this can happen to you as well. Shooting the Sliquifier not only makes the zombies slip, but it makes you slip. It's a shame because without this simple problem, a lot of people would have the Sliquifier at the top of their list for best wonder weapons. For some people, it's still up there, which shows that not everything Die Rise has to offer is shit, which does bring me to my next segment, and this one is definitely all positive. Easily, by far, my favorite part of Die Rise is the theme. Chinatown and the Chinese aesthetic is so good. Walking through the map, you can't help but just stop for a moment in the midst of the chaos of the zombies chasing you and the constant worry of falling off the map to just look around. For a good chunk of the map, trying to get to the roof is kind of dark and depressing, which is a given considering this is a horror game mode at its core. But when it's not, and when you get to see the beautiful areas of the map, such as this upside down room with the red pillars and the paintings I mentioned earlier, also, you can't forget about the roof. It's another breath that you can take for a moment and appreciate your surroundings, if not anything else. Another great thing about the Chinese theme is that it has a lot to do with the Easter egg and the story of the map. There are multiple times in the Easter egg that you have to stand on Asian symbols. There are parts where you have to shoot dragons and lion statues. There are parts where you even have to use some Mojang tiles, whatever. Even if you're not a fan of the Easter egg, you can still appreciate a good aesthetic, especially Chinatown, or one of my favorites, Neo Tokyo. When making these videos, I try to keep my personal bias out of the topic of the video where I try to find something interesting and worthwhile about each map. And all those topics and themes of the videos are always going to be good, or I will try my best to be positive. But I will definitely tell you if a map is bad. And Die Rise is just one of those maps. Personally, I just think it's kind of mid. It's not horrible, but it's not good either. There are a ton of flaws, like the biggest one being the verticality, and one thing I neglected to talk about being the new perk in this map, Who's Who. When it works, it's amazing, but when it doesn't, Who's Who can be one of the worst perks of all time. But just like its map, Who's Who does have its perks. Wink, wink. The perk jingle, for example, is a little groovy. Little being the key word there, because yes, Die Rise is a horrible map, but there are little things about it that you can pick out and it makes it just a little bit less shit. The same goes for every zombies map. Whether you hate them or love them, they all have those little things that let you appreciate the work put into making all these maps and appreciate them for what they are or try to be. And in the same turn, that is a great way we can all look at life. Life can be shitty, just like Die Rise or your least favorite map, but it's the little things that at the end of the day makes everything just a little bit better. Funny enough, possibly the worst and the most hated map can give you the best life message. Whether it's in life or zombies, the one thing I hope you can take from this video, Die Rise or even Zombieland, is to enjoy the little things. If you're here right now, that's one little thing that I enjoy and appreciate. I appreciate you making it to the end of this video. So thank you for that. The next few videos I have been waiting so long to make, and I'm really excited to get to them and move on to one of my favorite games, Black Ops 3 Zombies. But before that, we have Mob of the Dead and Origins. I'm kind of off the script right now, but if you will join me next time for Mob of the Dead, it's going to be a great time. But for now, I have been Travis, and that's it for this video. Have a good one.